I like that condo. I was the lead in a Broadway show.
Well, all right, stop it! Enough! Everybody just calm down.
Everybody Loves Raymond wasn't just a TV show. It was a part of our lives. We saw ourselves in its laughter, its love, and its chaos. But what happened when the curtain fell? Some stars vanished from the spotlight, others left us far too soon, and a few made decisions that shocked even the most loyal fans. Behind every joke was a story you never saw coming. In this video, we reveal the real reasons why the actors left. Stay with us and discover the truth behind one of television's most beloved families. Let's start with Doris Roberts, the unforgettable face behind Marie Barone. She wasn't just playing a character, she became a symbol of the loving, nosy, opinionated mother we all recognize. When the show ended in 2005 after 9 seasons, many expected Doris to jump into another big TV role, but she didn't. That was by choice. After portraying a role so layered and iconic, she didn't want to accept anything less meaningful. She wasn't interested in being typecast or reduced to a simple stereotype. Instead, Doris returned to her roots in theater and began advocating for aging actors in Hollywood. She even wrote a memoir titled Are You Hungry, Dear?, sharing stories from her rich life and career. Though she made occasional TV appearances in shows like Hot in Cleveland and Law and Order, SVU, she never again committed to a long-term television project. And it wasn't because she couldn't, it was because she didn't want to. Nothing, she felt, could match the emotional depth and magic of playing Marie Barone. Doris passed away in 2016, at the age of 90. Her death left a hole in the hearts of fans, but her legacy lives on as one of the greatest TV mothers of all time. Then there's Peter Boyle, who brought Frank Barone to life with his sharp tongue, dry humor, and surprisingly heartfelt moments. From 1996 to 2005, Peter was a pillar of the show. What most fans didn't know was that behind the scenes, he was fighting serious health issues. He suffered from heart disease, battled cancer, and had survived a stroke. Despite these setbacks, he never missed a beat. He showed up, delivered, and kept the crew laughing between takes. Peter didn't leave the show early. He stayed until the very last episode. But sadly, just a year after the series wrapped, he passed away in 2006 at the age of 71. Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, and the entire cast attended his funeral. Because they weren't just colleagues, they were a real family. Peter's death felt like losing the soul of Everybody Loves Raymond. Even today, fans still quote Frank Barone's grumpy wisdom and remember Peter Boyle for his incredible work. One of the show's most emotional stories involves Sawyer Sweeten and his twin brother Sullivan Sweeten, who played Jeffrey and Michael Barone. Cast when they were just 16 months old, the twins literally grew up on set. Their adorable presence added innocence and humor to the Barone household. But when the series ended, the Sweeten family made a powerful decision: to walk away from Hollywood. They moved back to Texas, enrolled the kids in school, and tried to build a normal life outside the spotlight. Unfortunately, the transition wasn't easy. For Sawyer, adjusting to life outside of fame proved especially difficult. He struggled with depression, and in 2015, at just 19 years old, he took his own life. His death shocked fans and highlighted the silent battles many child stars face once the lights go out. Sullivan Sweeten has since remained private, rarely making public appearances. He continues to honor his brother's memory while living quietly, far away from the fame they once shared. Madylin Sweeten, who played Allie Barone, also chose to step back from the spotlight. She was only 5 years old when the show began, and a teenager by the time it ended. Instead of chasing stardom, she chose a path of self-discovery. Fame had consumed most of her childhood, and after the show wrapped, she decided to take a break. She focused on her mental health and personal life, quietly returning to acting through indie films and voice work, on her own terms. Her decision to walk away from mainstream Hollywood was rare and admirable. Many child stars feel the pressure to stay relevant, but Madylin chose balance, peace, and purpose over fame. She may not appear on screen often now, but the strength of her choice makes her story even more inspiring. Then there's Chris Elliott, the eccentric genius who played Peter McDougal, Amy's bizarre brother. His appearances on the show were few, but unforgettable. His offbeat humor brought a unique twist to the family dynamic. So why did he disappear from the series? The answer is simple. He was busy. Chris Elliott has always juggled acting, writing, and comedy. At the time, Everybody Loves Raymond was just one of many creative projects he was involved in. There was no drama, no feud, just a packed calendar. He later went on to star in Schitt's Creek, where he gained a whole new fan base. Another standout was Katherine Helmond, who portrayed Lois Whelan, Deborah's sophisticated and hilariously snobby mother. She joined the show in its later seasons, already a TV veteran from hits like Soap and Who's the Boss? By the time she appeared in Raymond, she had semi-retired. Acting wasn't her top priority anymore. She chose to make guest appearances rather than commit to a recurring role. Sadly, Katherine Helmond passed away in 2019 at age 89 due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. Her grace, humor, and charm remain unforgettable. Several other supporting cast members left us too soon. Joseph V. Perry, who played Nemo, the beloved pizzeria owner, passed away in 2000 from complications related to diabetes. Georgia Engel, the sweet and soft-spoken Pat McDougal, died in 2019. Fred Willard, who brought life to Hank McDougal, passed in 2020. Robert Culp, who portrayed Warren Whelan, left us in 2010. Each brought warmth, humor, and unique energy to the show, even in small roles. Despite the losses, many of the original cast members continue to shine. Ray Romano, now 67, has successfully transitioned into dramatic roles while continuing to perform stand-up comedy. His everyman charm, showcased so perfectly in Everybody Loves Raymond, has earned him critical acclaim across film and TV. Patricia Heaton, also 67, starred in The Middle and continues to act and produce. Her portrayal of Deborah Barone, equal parts strength, sarcasm, and love, remains iconic. Brad Garrett, the towering talent behind Robert Barone, turned his dry humor and deep sensitivity into a thriving career in comedy, voice work, and TV dramas. Monica Horan, who played Amy McDougal Barone, remains active in entertainment. Andy Kindler, who portrayed Andy, still tours as a stand-up comedian with his signature razor-sharp wit. Maggie Wheeler as Linda and John Manfrolotti as Gianni continue to act and connect with fans through nostalgic appearances. But why does Everybody Loves Raymond still matter today? Because it was never about flash. It was about family, the kind you laugh at, argue with, and love unconditionally. It captured everyday moments with honesty and humor. The writing was sharp, but never showy. The jokes felt like conversations we've all had with our parents, siblings, or spouses. At its core, it was about the messiness of love, of marriage, parenting, aging, and tradition. Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, Doris Roberts, Peter Boyle, and the rest of the cast made you feel like you were watching your own family. That's why, even today, new generations are discovering the show on streaming platforms. It's timeless because it speaks to something real. Everybody Loves Raymond wasn't just a comedy. It was a reflection of who we are, flawed, funny, and deeply connected to the people we call family. And as long as those connections exist, this show will continue to live on in hearts and homes around the world. So next time you laugh with Frank, Deborah, or Marie, remember, you're not just watching a sitcom, you're reliving a legacy that still touches hearts today. If you loved this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching,